people think they know this story. They think it's a story about one man, but when you pull back the curtain, it's actually about so much more.
He was a financial sociopath, a serial financial killer.
Trust, betrayal, pure evil. 100 years from now, people will remember this story.
When you see that many zeros, it's mind-boggling.
If you had the chance to make millions, but at the cost of everyone around you, would you do it? This is a tale of greed and betrayal, where a man's relentless pursuit of wealth led him to single-handedly crash the onion market, devastating countless lives. Let us dive into the world of Vincent Kosuga, the mastermind who turned onions into a weapon of financial destruction, leaving a legacy behind stained by scandal and controversy.
The defendant, Vincent Kosuga, is found guilty of market manipulation and conspiracy to corner the onion market. The evidence presented clearly demonstrates that Kosuga engaged in deliberate actions to artificially inflate onion prices.
Vincent Kosuga was born in the small town of Pine Island, New York on January 17, 1915. Vincent inherited a vast 5,000-acre farm where he grew celery, lettuce, and onions. These weren't just ordinary veggies, they were special, finding their way into the kitchens of Campbell's Soup and on the plates of the US Army. But Vincent was not your typical farmer. When he wasn't toiling in the dirt, Vincent lived life in the fast lane. Literally, he had a need for speed racing stock cars, but even that wasn't enough. Vincent also looked to the skies, soaring above the clouds as a licensed pilot. His flying adventures took a nosedive, however, during a heart-stopping moment near Oswego, New York. His plane ran out of fuel mid-flight and crashed. The accident left him in a full-body cast, but like a true hero, Vincent bounced back. Emerging stronger than ever from his plane crash, Vincent was ready for a new challenge. His gaze turned from the skies and speedy racetracks to the dynamic world of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Here, Vincent decided to try his hand at something entirely different: trading wheat futures. In the world of futures trading, success and failure often go hand in hand, and Vincent was about to learn this firsthand. The CME was a financial jungle, where traders fueled by ambition and hope navigated the volatile waters of the futures market. Vincent stepped into this arena with the same boldness that he approached with his farming and racing. But first, let's take a moment to explore the concept of futures trading, a key element in Vincent Kosuga's story. Futures trading might sound complex, but it's essentially a straightforward financial concept. At its core, futures trading is an agreement between two parties, a buyer and a seller. They agree on a price for a specific commodity, like wheat, gold, or oil, and set a future date for its delivery. The beauty of this system is that it locks in prices ahead of time, reducing the uncertainty and price volatility that can come with market fluctuations. This is particularly valuable in industries like agriculture, where prices can swing wildly due to factors like weather or crop yields. It was for this reason that futures trading was originally designed, allowing farmers and buyers to have more stability in pricing. However, over time, this concept has expanded to include a wide range of commodities and even financial instruments. Diving deeper into the mechanics of futures trading reveals a key feature: the use of leverage. Leverage allows traders to control a large amount of the underlying with a relatively small amount of capital, known as a margin. This margin is like a down payment, a fraction of the contract's total value, and it allows traders to enter into larger positions than they might otherwise afford. So for example, a trader could have control of $100,000 worth of gold via a futures contract with just a $1,000 margin or down payment. In this case, they would be levered 100 to 1. However, leverage is a double-edged sword. While it can amplify profits, it can also magnify losses. Think of it as a multiplier. Any change in the market can lead to significantly larger gains or losses compared to the initial margin. This makes futures trading a potentially lucrative yet risky venture, requiring careful consideration and strategy. Coming back to Vincent, trading wheat futures proved to be more challenging than he anticipated. Unlike the predictable cycles of farming, the futures market was a different beast altogether. The prices of wheat futures swung wildly, influenced by a myriad of factors beyond Vincent's control or prediction. This unpredictability, coupled with his relative inexperience in the field, led to a series of unfortunate trades. As the losses mounted, Vincent found himself on the brink of financial ruin. The dream of conquering the futures market was slipping through his fingers, turning into a nightmare that threatened his entire livelihood. The situation grew so dire that Vincent and his wife Pauline had to borrow money from friends and family just to keep afloat. It was at this critical juncture that Pauline intervened. With concern, she urged Vincent to step away from the world of futures trading, recognizing the toll it was taking on their lives, and feeling the weight of his responsibilities. Vincent agreed. He made a solemn vow to step away from trading and refocus on his farming roots. This didn't last long, however, as he inevitably found himself drawn back. This time, it was a commodity he knew intimately: onions. It was in the realm of onion futures that Vincent would truly make his mark. The onion market was notoriously volatile, much more so than any other commodity. This volatility was primarily due to the unique nature of onions themselves. Unlike other crops, onions have limited storability. They are planted and harvested at specific times of the year, creating a natural ebb and flow in their availability. After the harvest season, the market would often run dry for months. This scarcity drove prices up, making onions a lucrative commodity for those who could navigate its turbulent waters. However, this high profitability came with its own set of challenges. During harvest seasons, too many farmers eager to capitalize on the high prices would flood the market with their produce. Ironically, this oversupply would often tank prices, turning potential profits into financial pitfalls. The onion market was a delicate dance of supply and demand, with the right timing and strategy being crucial to success. By the winter of 1955, the onion futures market had exploded in popularity. It became the biggest product on the CME, accounting for a staggering 20% of all trades. This was the environment Vincent stepped into, armed with his deep understanding of agriculture and his hard-earned insights from his earlier trading experiences. Vincent may have failed at trading wheat futures before, but that was only because he didn't have the necessary knowledge or guidance before entering the field. There really wasn't much public information on the topic at the time. Even today, learning trading or anything to do with finance can seem daunting. With the prevalence of misinformation and fake gurus, it can be hard to find genuine helpful information. That's where Audible comes in. Audible revolutionizes the way you gain knowledge and expertise in complex fields like trading or finance. With its extensive library of expertly curated audiobooks and podcasts, Audible offers you the key to unlock a world of accurate, reliable knowledge. No more sifting through the confusion of online misinformation. You have direct access to insights from industry leaders and financial experts at your fingertips. Whether you're commuting, exercising, or just relaxing at home, Audible transforms your time into valuable learning opportunities. One that I personally like is The Psychology of Money, which breaks down how we view money as a society and some of the mental fallacies that we face when dealing with it. Best of all, you can get this today for free by signing up to a free trial link in the description. That's decades worth of research and financial concepts for free using the link in the description. What are you waiting for? Start your journey today with Audible. Vincent approached the onion futures market with a renewed vigor and more strategic mindset. He split his time between his farm in New York and the trading floors in Chicago. His unique position as a farmer and a trader gave him an edge, allowing him to anticipate market movements with a degree of precision that few could match. In this new area, Vincent flourished. He became a formidable trader in the onion futures market. His success in this field was not just a testament to his resilience, but also his ability to learn from past mistakes and adapt to new challenges. As Vincent honed his prowess, he was about to embark on a bold and controversial strategy. What followed would not only define his legacy, but also shake the very foundations of the futures trading world. Vincent was about to corner the entire onion market. This strategy, as old as trading itself, involves gaining control over a commodity supply to dictate its price. Vincent meticulously crafted a multi-stage plan to dominate the onion market. The concept of cornering a market actually dates back to ancient times. One famous example is Thales of Miletus, a philosopher who cornered the market for olive presses. He understood the simple yet powerful dynamics of supply and demand. Control the supply, and you can control the price. By securing the olive presses, dailies could dictate the terms during the olive harvest, when the demand was high. Vincent aimed to apply this principle to onions. By controlling a significant portion of the onion supply, he could influence market prices. This opening move set the stage for what was to become one of the most infamous stories in the history of commodity trading. It's worth noting that this wasn't actually Vincent's first time doing something deceptive at the CME to turn a quick profit. Some time ago, Vincent observed that his onion crop was thriving, a sign that other farmers were likely experiencing the same. He foresaw a critical issue. An abundant harvest would flood the market with onions, inevitably crashing their price. In a bold and ethically questionable move, Vincent bribed an official at the Chicago Weather Office to issue a severe frost warning. Traders, fearing a frost that could drastically reduce the onion supply, scrambled to buy onion futures. This rush artificially inflated prices, playing right into Vincent's hands. As the market reacted in frenzy, Vincent seized the moment, selling these onion futures at these elevated prices. In the end, the temperature stayed comfortably above 10 degrees Celsius, and the market soon realized the deception. Prices plummeted back to normal levels, but not before Vincent had capitalized on the situation, selling high and profiting from the chaos he helped create. Returning to the current plan, Vincent knew he couldn't pull this off alone. Enter Sam Siegel, a fellow onion farmer and an owner of a produce company. Siegel's possession of cold storage facilities was the missing piece in Vincent's strategy, allowing them to effectively store large quantities of onions. This alliance gave them a formidable edge in the market. Between them, they had both the financial and physical capability to corner the market. In the early months of 1955, Vincent Kosiga and Sam Siegel embarked on the first critical phase of their plan, acquiring an enormous quantity of onions. Their goal was clear: to gain control over the onion market in Chicago. They began purchasing onions across the city, an operation that extended to their warehouses in New York, Michigan, Texas, and California. This move required secrecy. If word got out about their massive buying spree, it would cause a significant impact on onion prices. To avoid drawing attention, Vincent and Sam meticulously bought up physical onions from farmers and stored them away in their warehouses out of sight. Their strategy wasn't limited to physical stock. They also strategically purchased onion futures on the CME. This allowed them to control not only the current supply of onions, but also future crops. By autumn of 1955, their plan had reached a staggering scale. Vincent and Sam owned an astonishing 98% of the onions in Chicago, about 30 million pounds or 14 million kilograms, requiring 928 railway carloads to transport. This vast accumulation of onions under their control set the stage for unprecedented price manipulation. The next step in their plan involved a bold and cunning move towards the farmers. Vincent organized a conference in Chicago where he presented farmers with an ultimatum: buy onions from him at a high price or face a market crash that would decimate their profits. Vincent assured the farmers that by purchasing from him, he would keep some of his stock to support the market price, presenting it as a mutually beneficial deal. The farmers, faced with the threat of a market collapse, agreed. As a result, Vincent successfully sold a third of his onions, approximately 9 million pounds. During this period, onions traded at around $2.75, a profitable margin for Vincent and Sam. However, their strategy didn't stop there. While orchestrating the sale, Vincent quietly built a substantial short position in onion futures, thus agreeing to sell onions at this price to those who took the long side of the contract. This maneuver allowed him to offload even more onions at this advantageous price, and set him up perfectly for what he was about to do next. In a cold and calculated betrayal of the farmers, he initiated a devastating flood of onions in Chicago. This backstabbing move was designed to wreak havoc on the market and bring immense profits to Vincent and Sam, regardless of the cost to others. They overwhelmed Chicago with onions. Every mode of transportation became a vessel for their scheme. Trucks, train yards, and docks were overflowing with onions. The city's loading docks groaned under the weight of 50-pound bags, and boxcarts at every railway station were filled to the brim. He even shipped onions out of Chicago, only to have them cleaned, repackaged, and then brought back into Chicago. This cycle was designed to perpetuate the illusion of a never-ending onion supply. The impact on the market was seismic. The price of onions, which had stood at $2.75 per 50-pound bag, plummeted to a mere 10 cents within 6 months. The mesh bags holding the onions, which were worth 20 cents, were now worth more than the onions themselves. The value of the onions had not just fallen, it was negative. Desperation gripped the buyers of these onions, who frantically tried to give away onions to hospitals, homeless shelters, and orphanages. Many even resorted to dumping them into the Chicago River. The aftermath was catastrophic for many farmers who faced bankruptcy. Amidst the chaos, Vincent emerged with staggering profits. He had made a fortune, approximately $8.5 million, equivalent to $90 million today. This audacious act of market manipulation not only destroyed the livelihoods of countless farmers, but also exposed the vulnerabilities and the potential for exploitation within the futures market. In the wake of their actions, outraged farmers and traders rallied together, calling for intervention from Congress. This outcry led to a thorough investigation by the Commodity Exchange Authority, which scrutinized every aspect of Vincent and Sam's dealings in the onion market. The authority's investigation stated that Vincent and Sam had a conspiracy to depress prices in order to cover their short position. Yet, in the face of these accusations, Vincent remained defiant. He famously said, "If it's against the law to make money in the United States, then I am guilty." This bold statement encapsulated his unapologetic attitude towards the entire ordeal. However, in a surprising turn of events, the Commodity Exchange Authority concluded that it wasn't Vincent's actions, but the perishable nature of onions themselves that caused such extreme volatility in prices. This verdict effectively absolved Vincent of any major wrongdoing in the eyes of the law. He was ordered to pay a small fine and faced a mere 10-month ban from trading on the CME. The issue further escalated to Congress, where future President and then Congressman Gerald Ford sponsored the Onion Futures Act. The act aimed to prevent the recurrence of such market manipulation. E.B. Harris, the president of the CME at the time, criticized the bill as an overreaction, likening it to burning down the barn to find a suspected rat. Despite the opposition, the bill passed, and in August 1958, President Dwight Eisenhower signed it into law, effectively banning the trading of onion futures. To this day, onions remain the only agricultural commodity without a futures market, leading to more price volatility and uncertainty for farmers and producers. The aftermath of the saga left a lasting impact on the commodities market and regulatory practices. The Onion Futures Act, born out of this turmoil, stands as a testament to the far-reaching consequences of market manipulation. It serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between free market operations and the need for regulatory oversight to protect the interests of all market participants. As for Vincent, he retreated to a quieter life in Pine Island, the place where his journey began. Here, he devoted himself to his community, channeling his energy and resources into more philanthropic pursuits. In a charming twist, Vincent opened and operated a restaurant named the Jolly Onion Inn, where he worked alongside his wife Pauline, showcasing his culinary skills. A significant portion of his wealth was generously donated to various charities. His devout Catholic faith guided much of his charitable work, leading to such substantial contributions to the church that he had the honor of meeting 3 popes. This aspect of his life highlighted a stark contrast to his earlier days. Vincent often surprised friends and family with lavish gifts. In one notable instance, he gifted his brokers at the CME with Buicks, a gesture that spoke volumes of his gratitude. In 1987, Pine Island recognized Vincent as Citizen of the Year. Remarkably, the town's acknowledgement of Vincent made no mention of his controversial past. It was as if his later deeds had overshadowed his earlier exploits, painting a picture of a man who had evolved from a shrewd trader to a pillar of the community. Vincent Kosiga's story is a tapestry of contrasts, from his manipulation of the onion market to his later years as a benefactor and community leader. His life journey, encapsulated by his transformation, leaves a multifaceted legacy, demonstrating the capacity for change and the power of giving back to the community that shaped them.